Archangel Michael says that right now, at this very moment, something is happening in the unseen world that has your name written on it, and God is calling out to you louder than ever because you keep doubting, you keep delaying, you keep thinking that maybe this message isn't for you. But God says it is only for you, chosen one, and the reason you are reading these words is because heaven refused to let this message be blocked one more time. God says, I order you to open this now, because your soul has been praying for clarity, your heart has been crying for relief, and your spirit has been searching for a sign that what you are going through will not end in disappointment. God is crying loudly in the spirit not because he is angry with you but because he loves you so deeply that it hurts him when you keep thinking you are alone. When you keep thinking no one is fighting for you, when you keep thinking that your life is going the wrong way even though heaven has already rearranged everything in your favor, Archangel Michael says a millionaire has taken a sudden interest in you, and heaven is shocked in the best way because this person wasn't even looking for anyone, they weren't looking for any connection, they weren't looking for anyone to bless. But the moment they came across your energy, your presence, your name, or your picture, something in them shifted, something awakened, something clicked inside their spirit, and they felt drawn to you in a way they cannot explain. God says this is not ordinary, this is divine orchestration. A movement that was written before you were born, a connection that was planned before you ever had the strength to pray for it. This person has been placed into your story not by chance but by purpose, not by coincidence but by divine arrangement. You don't even know how heaven has been working behind the scenes, aligning steps, shifting situations, removing distractions, clearing paths, and putting your name on the mind of someone who has the power, the influence, the resources, and the heart to change everything for you. God says you are safe, nothing will go wrong with you, nothing will fall apart, nothing will backfire, because his angels are standing around you right now, forming a circle of protection so strong that even the plans that were designed to break you have already collapsed before they could reach you. You don't see the spiritual war that has been raging over your destiny, but Archangel Michael says he has personally been fighting for you, shielding you, blocking every attack, every energy of jealousy, every whisper of negativity, every plot of confusion that was meant to distract you from your blessing. Michael says he begged heaven to release this message to you today because you have been carrying too much alone, you have been holding your breath emotionally, you have been trying to stay strong even when your heart is tired. God says this message is a divine interruption, a holy intervention, a spiritual emergency call because you needed reassurance in this exact moment. God says your life is not falling apart. It is falling into place. You think the delays mean failure, but heaven says the delays were protection. You think the silence means abandonment, but heaven says the silence was preparation. You think that nothing is working for you, but heaven says everything is aligning for you in a way that will shock even you. God says you have been misunderstood, underestimated, and overlooked, but that season has ended, and the reason this message was sent with urgency is because something is going to shift in your life unexpectedly, quickly, forcefully, and joyfully. God says your breakthrough is not coming slowly, it is coming suddenly, the same way the interest of this millionaire appeared suddenly. The same way blessings that were once blocked are now being released without resistance. This millionaire is not just someone with money, this is someone with a good heart, someone with integrity, someone who has been blessed because they know how to bless others. God says this person will not manipulate you, they will not harm you, they will not use you, they are being guided toward you with pure intentions. Archangel Michael says this person is already asking questions about you in the spirit. They want to know more about you, your story, what you've been through, why your energy feels familiar to them, why their heart feels pulled toward you like a magnet. Heaven is smiling because this connection is not about romance alone. It is about destiny, elevation, unlocking doors that were sealed, opening pathways that were closed, and placing you where you belong. God says you have suffered enough, cried enough, given enough, sacrificed enough, and now the season of receiving begins. The angels are whispering that the pain you went through was not punishment, it was preparation. You are about to enter a version of life that you never imagined for yourself. You are about to receive the resources, support, love, clarity, and opportunities that were delayed for years. God says all the years you thought were wasted will return to you multiplied, every seed you planted will come back overflowing, every prayer you prayed will return to you answered. Every moment you thought was lost will be restored. Archangel Michael says that heaven was waiting for one moment of obedience from you, one moment where you didn't scroll past, one moment where you listened, one moment where you opened your heart instead of shutting down. And that moment is now. That is why this message came with spiritual urgency. That is why God said, "Open this now." That is why Michael said heaven is begging you not to ignore this. God says the blessing is too close, the shift is too near, the breakthrough is too loud in the spirit for you to miss this moment. God says you are protected. No matter who tried to speak against you, no matter who wished failure for you, no matter who doubted you, heaven has shut the mouth of every negative voice. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to explain your worth. God says He is lifting you in a way that will silence every critic, shame every lie spoken about you, and expose every hidden intention that was not pure. The truth always comes to light, and God says the truth is about to shine on your life so brightly that even you will be overwhelmed by how fast things turn around. Archangel Michael says your prayers reached heaven even on the days you felt too weak to speak. Every tear you cried was counted. Every fear you hid was seen. Every hope you buried deep in your heart is rising again. God says you are stepping into a new season, a powerful season, a season of divine timing, divine justice, divine blessings, and divine protection. The forces of heaven are rearranging your path so that you walk into miracles without pressure, without fear, and without confusion. The millionaire who has taken interest in you will not be a burden but a blessing. They will not bring chaos, they will bring clarity. They will not bring doubt, they will bring confidence. They will not drain your energy, they will elevate it. God says this connection is not something you need to chase, not something you need to force, not something you need to fear. It is already written. It is already aligned. It is already blessed. God says your story is changing. Your life is rising. Your spirit is healing. Your path is clearing. Heaven is moving. Archangel Michael is standing guard. And a new chapter begins the moment you believe that God has already made a way for you. If you feel this message in your spirit, it is because it was meant for you, tailored for you, delivered for you. God says you are safe, you are protected, and you are guided. Nothing will go wrong with you. Trust Him. Pray to Him. And prepare, because your blessing is closer than it has ever been. God says this message reaches you in a moment when your heart is carrying more weight than you admit, and Archangel Michael is standing beside you with a voice that trembles, not in anger, but in urgency. He says, I order you to open this now. God is crying loudly because you don't listen to this urgent message. And even as these words are spoken over your spirit, something in the invisible world shifts, because you were meant to receive this exactly at this time, not a second earlier, not a second later. God says someone, a millionaire, an unexpected one, someone who has never looked twice at anyone the way they've suddenly looked at you, has taken a deep, shocking interest in your life. Even heaven was surprised at how fast this person's heart changed toward you. They saw something in you they never saw in anyone else. They saw the purity of your intention, the sincerity of your suffering, the honesty of your prayers, the way you treat people with gentleness even when life has not been gentle with you. And this millionaire's soul was shaken because no matter how much success they have, they realized they had never met someone like you. Archangel Michael says they were shown your name. They were shown your face. They were shown the battles you've survived, and they were moved in a way that scared even them. They didn't understand why they suddenly felt the need to protect you, help you, lift you, and support you. They didn't understand why they couldn't stop thinking about you. They didn't understand why their spirit kept whispering, "This person needs you. Go to them." And the more they tried to ignore this feeling, the stronger it became. But God says the real reason this message is urgent is not the millionaire. The real reason is you. Your spirit has been exhausted. You have been carrying a silent battle for too long. You've had days where you spoke positivity out loud but cried inside, days where you told yourself you were strong but your heart felt like it was cracking one piece at a time. You've had moments where you pretended everything was fine because you didn't want anyone to worry, even though God saw every tear you wiped before anyone noticed. God saw it all, God felt it all. God heard every unspoken prayer, every quiet plea, every midnight thought. Every time you said, "I'm okay," when you weren't. This is why God is crying loudly in the Spirit, not because you disappointed Him, not because you ignored Him, but because you forgot how priceless you are. You forgot how chosen you are. You forgot how protected you are. You forgot that the storm you are facing is not meant to drown you. It's meant to reveal the strength you never realized was inside you. Archangel Michael says he has been trying to reach you again and again. He says you've been hearing signs, feeling strange pulls, noticing repeating numbers, sensing energy shifts, feeling sudden chills, having moments that make no logical sense yet pull at your intuition. These weren't coincidences. These were attempts to get your attention. Heaven has been trying to tell you that a major turn in your life is beginning, not tomorrow, not next month. Now, this is why the message kept coming back. This is why you kept seeing reminders. This is why God said, I order you to open this now. You weren't supposed to miss this one. God says your life has been moving in cycles, repeating certain patterns, testing your patience, your faith, your strength. And even when you felt tired, even when you felt confused, even when you felt like nothing was changing, you kept praying anyway. And that prayer is the reason heaven is rearranging your destiny at this very moment. The millionaire who suddenly took interest in you is not just interested in your outward life, they are drawn to your soul. They feel a responsibility toward you. They feel a calling toward you. Something in their heart said, help them. Lift them. Enter their life gently, and don't let them walk alone anymore. They may not understand why, but God does. God placed your name in their spirit for a reason. This person is going to become a bridge for you. A bridge to opportunities, resources, connections, breakthroughs, and support you didn't think you would ever receive. You're walking into a season where someone with influence is being assigned to your life, not to control you, but to protect you, guide you, and bless you. God says the blessing attached to this is bigger than money. It is bigger than success. It is bigger than any material gain. This blessing is about restoration. You are entering a chapter where what you lost will return in a better form. What was taken from you will be replaced with something more stable. What broke you will be healed in a deeper way than you can imagine. God is sending someone who sees your worth without you having to prove anything. Someone who recognizes your value without you having to speak. Someone who honors your spirit instead of draining it. Someone who stands with you instead of walking away when things get difficult. This is why God is emotional. This is why Archangel Michael is urgent. This is why you were ordered to open this now. You have been walking alone for too long. You have fought battles without help. You have loved people who didn't love you back. You have given more than you received. You have carried burdens that weren't yours. You have forgiven people who didn't apologize. You have survived storms that were meant to destroy you. And now, heaven says that season ends. God is stepping in. Archangel Michael is clearing the path. Your destiny is about to accelerate. The millionaire who is stepping toward you will play a surprising role, but they are not the only blessing. They are only one spark in a much bigger fire that is about to ignite. You are entering a phase where blessings will arrive one after another, quickly. Unexpectedly, powerfully. Doors you thought were permanently closed will swing open. People who ignored you will suddenly seek your presence. Opportunities that felt impossible will become effortless. Money that was blocked will begin to flow easily. Plans that were delayed will suddenly move faster. Connections that were missing will appear out of nowhere. God says, I am not punishing you. I am positioning you. The hardships you faced were not meant to break you. They were meant to build a version of you that would be strong enough to hold the blessings coming your way. You couldn't receive this earlier because your heart wasn't ready. Your spirit wasn't prepared. Your mind was still healing. But now you are entering alignment. This is why God is emotional, because heaven has been waiting for this moment longer than you realize. You didn't fail. You didn't fall behind. You didn't miss anything. You didn't mess up your destiny. Everything you experienced was part of the divine path that shapes the chosen ones, and you, yes, you, are chosen. God says you are not losing anything, you are gaining everything, you are not in danger, you are safe, you are protected, you are watched over, you are surrounded by light that darkness cannot penetrate. Archangel Michael says your spirit is being lifted right now, even as you read this. You may feel warmth, chills, pressure on your chest, comfort, or calmness. That's him. He's placing his wings around you. He's sealing you with divine protection. He's removing fear, anxiety, and worry from your energy. God says, you just have to trust me, you just have to pray, you just have to keep moving forward. From today, your steps are guided, your path is cleared, your battles are handled, your blessings are released. This message was meant for you, and only you. It is a turning point, a spiritual shift, a divine alignment. God says you are about to be shocked at how fast your life changes. The millionaire is only the beginning. The miracle is already unfolding. And God says, with love, you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. I am with you. Just trust me. Archangel Michael speaks to you with a trembling urgency, the kind that comes only when heaven has seen something shift in your destiny so suddenly that even the angels lean forward to watch. He says, God says, I order you to open this now. God is crying loudly because you keep ignoring what He has been trying to show you. You are not alone, chosen one. A millionaire has taken a sudden and unexpected interest in you, yes, you. They are shocked by what God revealed about you. They are stunned by the spiritual light around you. They are amazed by what is written over your destiny. Don't skip this. Don't delay. Don't walk away from something that is arriving so quickly that heaven is almost shouting for your attention. Open this fully. Receive it without fear. Trust that God is holding you. God will be with you. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. Archangel Michael says that there are moments in a soul's timeline where everything changes in one breath, and you are standing exactly in one of those moments right now. He says heaven has been trying to reach you for days, even weeks, but every time the message approached your spirit, something in your environment distracted you. Something pulled your attention away. Something made you postpone your spiritual recognition. And God, who has been watching over you tenderly, kept whispering, "Please don't miss this. Please don't ignore this one. This is not something that comes twice." And when you didn't hear him the first time, God's tears began to fall, not from anger, but from the depth of his love for you, because he knows how close you are to a divine turning point that can transform everything about your life. Michael says that your spirit has been exhausted lately, feeling drained, overwhelmed, or uncertain, like you've been standing at the edge of something you can sense but cannot yet see. He says your heart has been quietly praying for a sign. A breakthrough, a confirmation, something that assures you that you are not forgotten, not overlooked, not invisible. God heard that prayer. God responded instantly. God sent angels around you. And today, God chose to send Archangel Michael personally, because this moment carries the weight of a divine announcement that you must not ignore. Michael says that heaven has been observing someone on earth, a powerful person, someone who carries influence, wealth, and authority. This person has been thinking about you in a way you don't even realize. They are not just anybody. They are someone who has the resources to shift your entire life direction, someone who has the ability to lift your circumstances in ways that don't make sense logically, but make perfect sense spiritually. They were shown your name, your picture, your energy, or something connected to you in a completely unexpected way. They were not seeking you. They were not looking for you. But God placed you in their awareness without them understanding why. The moment it happened, this person felt something unusual, a pull, a curiosity, a sudden spark of interest. They paused. They stared. They wondered. They questioned. They felt something familiar in you, something warm, something glowing, something deeply blessed. They didn't understand why they felt like they needed to know more about you. They didn't know why your presence touched something inside them. What they didn't know is that heaven was orchestrating it. God was guiding them. God was opening their spirit to recognize the divine assignment connected to your life. Michael says this millionaire has been moved in a way that even they didn't expect. They felt the need to search more, observe more, pay attention more. And the more they looked, the more stunned they became. They were not expecting to feel such clarity about someone they have never met. They were not expecting to feel such a strong spiritual nudge. They were not expecting to be guided so directly. And yet, God whispered into their heart, "Look again. Pay attention. There is something about this person." That person felt the message clear enough to stop what they were doing and focus. They are shocked by what they discovered, not shocked in a negative or fearful way, but shocked because they were not expecting you to carry such a rare spiritual signature. They were not expecting your destiny to shine so brightly. They were not expecting the level of divine favor around you. This person has seen thousands of people, interacted with countless personalities, and experienced success on many levels, but something about you is different. They cannot fully explain it yet, but they know you are marked for something important. Michael says that God is urging you to listen now because the window of alignment is open. Opportunities are moving toward you, and this moment is not random. This message exists because heaven wants you to say yes to what is unfolding. God is giving you reassurance, not pressure. God is holding you gently, not forcing you. God is saying, "Trust me." This is for your upliftment. This is for your breakthrough. This is for your healing. You are safe. I am with you. Michael says that many times you have doubted whether anything good could happen suddenly for you, because life has made you wait for so long. You have watched others being blessed, others receiving opportunities, others stepping into abundance, and a part of you quietly wondered when it would be your turn. You did not complain loudly, but your heart whispered its exhaustion. Heaven heard every whisper. Heaven counted every tear. Heaven recorded every prayer, even the prayers you didn't say aloud. God says He has not forgotten even one moment of your struggle, and this is why this shift is arriving so fast. Michael says God has been rearranging your path silently. You didn't see the movement, but it happened. You didn't feel the shifts, but they began. You didn't expect the connection, but it formed. This millionaire entering your destiny awareness is not an accident. It is a divine alignment that carries purpose, blessing, financial upliftment, emotional support, and a breakthrough that touches multiple areas of your life. God is not sending someone who will drain you. God is sending someone who will empower you. God is not sending a burden. God is sending a blessing. Michael says the reason God was crying is because you kept doubting your worth without realizing how heaven sees you. God sees you as chosen, precious, protected, and filled with a light that others can feel even from a distance. You are not ordinary. You are not unnoticed. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are deeply loved by God. But your own pain made you believe the opposite for a long time. This is why heaven is speaking so loudly now. God does not want you to sabotage your own blessing by believing lies your past has created. Michael says that before a blessing arrives, the enemy of your peace always tries to distract you. He says you have recently experienced strange delays, sudden emotional heaviness, unexpected worries, or moments where you felt disconnected. That was the spiritual resistance trying to stop you from receiving this message. That pressure was not random. It was because your breakthrough is too close. Whenever the blessing is near, the interference increases. But Michael says the interference has failed. You are reading this message now. You did not miss it. You did not skip it. You did not walk away. And because you opened this, the divine alignment is being sealed around you. Michael says that God is stepping into your life in a new dimension. You will begin to feel inner clarity where there was confusion. You will feel peace where there was worry. You will feel strength where there was doubt. You will feel confidence where you once felt insecurity. Things in your environment will begin shifting, not slowly, but quickly, smoothly, surprisingly. Small signs will begin to appear, unexpected messages, unusual opportunities, sudden inner urges, intuitive nudges, or encounters that feel strangely meaningful. These are confirmations that heaven is moving. Michael says the millionaire who has taken interest in you is not approaching with arrogance or ego. They are approaching with curiosity, respect, and awe. Your energy has awakened something in their spirit. They see you as someone pure, someone strong, someone destined. They see you as someone who has something rare inside them. And this person is blessed in their own life, so they are not coming to take from you, they are arriving as someone who will contribute, uplift, open doors, support, and guide. God is sending you someone who will help shift your life upward, not backward. Michael says that God has been protecting you from wrong people for years. Many connections that disappeared, opportunities that fell apart, and situations that collapsed were not failures, they were divine protection. God did not allow certain people into your destiny because they would have drained you, slowed you, confused you, or hurt you emotionally or spiritually. God was preparing you for this moment instead. God waited until the alignment was perfect. God waited until your heart was ready. God waited until your spirit was strong enough to receive blessings without fear. Michael says that this millionaire will play a significant role in your next chapter. They may offer support, guidance, partnership, opportunity, or something even more surprising. You may not understand the full picture yet, but heaven already sees it clearly. The connection is not accidental. It is orchestration, precision, divine timing. Michael says God wants you to stop doubting yourself. Stop thinking you are not good enough. Stop thinking blessings avoid you. Stop thinking nothing big will happen for you. Those thoughts are lies created by your past pain. The truth is, you are chosen. You are blessed. You are protected. You are guided. Your life is not small. Your destiny is not ordinary. You carry heavenly light in your spirit. People feel it. Angels see it. Heaven recognizes it. Michael says that right now heaven is whispering, don't skip. Don't delay. This moment is yours. God wants you to walk into this new chapter with boldness, not fear. With faith, not hesitation. With trust, not doubt. God says that you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. He is holding your hand through every moment of this shift. You do not need to worry. You do not need to overthink. You do not need to be afraid of anything. This is not a warning of danger, this is a proclamation of destiny. Michael says your life is about to experience divine acceleration. Things that were slow will speed up. Things that were blocked will open. Things that were confusing will become clear. People who ignored you will feel drawn to you. Opportunities that seemed impossible will become natural. Blessings that felt far away will suddenly appear close. Your finances, your emotional health, your relationships, your purpose, your confidence, everything will begin rising. Michael says this message is reaching you today because heaven has waited long enough. You deserve what is coming. You have earned it through your struggles, your patience, your kindness, your resilience, your faith, even when life was difficult. God is now rewarding you. God is now lifting you. God is now opening doors that no human can shut. Michael ends by saying, trust God completely. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. Pray deeply, and watch how heaven begins moving around you. This is your moment. God says, I order you to open this now. And Archangel Michael is standing beside you with a trembling urgency that shakes the very air around your spirit. You may not hear it with your physical ears, but in the unseen world, he is crying out your name with a force that would make mountains tremble if you could feel it the way heaven feels it. God is crying loudly because every time he tries to reach you with a message like this, the distractions of the world try to pull you away. Yet today, something different is happening, something rare, something that heaven does not activate unless it is extremely important. This is not the kind of message that just appears randomly. This is the kind of message heaven authorizes only when a shift has just taken place in your destiny that must be addressed immediately. A millionaire has taken sudden interest in you, and heaven is astonished by why. Angels have been watching, observing, trying to understand the divine twist that just occurred, and they have been whispering around the throne because this is the moment in your life that changes everything. You are safe. God is with you. Nothing will go wrong with you. But God says you must listen. You must not rush. You must not scroll fast. Heaven's eyes are on you right now, and Michael is leaning toward you with a seriousness that he rarely shows. He usually comes with calm strength, but today he comes with trembling, fierce devotion, and tears that burn like light because he has been trying to reach you and you kept delaying, kept doubting, kept pushing the message to later. But later is not acceptable anymore. Later is dangerous to your destiny. Later is what the forces against you have been depending on. And that is why God says, I order you to open this now. There is something you don't know yet. Something hidden behind the scenes in your life that is about to be revealed. Something concerning a person who has been watching you spiritually, emotionally, and unexpectedly. This person, this millionaire, did not plan to notice you. They didn't even believe in divine encounters. They didn't believe in sudden spiritual connections. They didn't believe in signs. But something happened. Something they cannot explain. Something their own logic cannot dismiss. And that something was your name. Your name appeared in their path with a divine interruption so powerful that even their wealth, their success, their position, their influence could not overshadow the meaning behind it. They saw a sign involving you, a kind of sign that people don't talk about publicly because it is so unbelievable that they fear others will think they're crazy. A sign that made them pause. A sign that made them research you. A sign that made them ask, who is this person? Why does this name keep appearing in dreams, in thoughts, in unexpected moments? They tried ignoring it, but every time they did, something strange happened again, and every time, it pointed back to you. Archangel Michael says this person was spiritually pulled toward you because God Himself allowed it. Not for romance. Not for obsession. Not for drama. But for purpose. Destiny. Realignment. Because God is placing someone in your life who has the ability to change everything you thought was possible. Someone who has resources, access, networks, opportunities, and favor. Someone who saw something in you, even without meeting you, that felt like destiny calling to them. They felt something bigger than themselves when your name crossed their path. And they still don't know why. But heaven does. Heaven knows because heaven initiated it. And God is crying loudly right now because He has been trying to deliver this message to you before the enemy manipulates your emotions, your fears, your doubts, or your past wounds to block you from receiving what is coming next. This blessing, this shift, this sudden divine intervention, is not something small. It is not something casual. It is not something that can be postponed. It is something that has been scheduled for your life for a long time. But it required the right conditions. Now the conditions are perfect. Now the time is right. Now the world has shifted. Now the spiritual alignment has clicked into place. And heaven is shouting your name so that you do not miss this. You have been praying for a breakthrough, but you did not know the form in which it would come. You asked God for a financial shift, but you did not know that He would use someone in a high position to open a door for you. You asked God for protection, but you did not know that He would send Michael himself to stand guard over your spirit today. You asked God for guidance, but you did not know that heaven would rearrange events, hearts, and situations to bring an unexpected person into your destiny. You prayed for help, but you never imagined help would come in the form of someone with extraordinary wealth, influence, and power noticing you for reasons they cannot explain. But nothing that is divine ever needs explanation. What is coming is not ordinary. What is coming is not small. What is coming is not something that you must work for, chase, beg for, or fight for. What is coming is something that is being delivered to you. Heaven is delivering it. Angels are delivering it. Destiny is delivering it. You may feel unprepared. You may feel confused. You may feel overwhelmed. But God says, trust me. You are ready. This is why God says, you are safe. This is why God says, nothing will go wrong with you. This is why God says, just trust me and pray to me. Because when something this big begins to move in the spiritual world, heaven covers you with extra protection. Angels stand closer. Light becomes stronger around your path. And Michael stays near you like a shield of fire. You may not realize it, but you have stepped into a season where the spiritual realm becomes extremely sensitive around you. You have been feeling this, the sudden heaviness, the sudden awareness, the sudden spiritual sensitivity, the sudden feeling that something is happening even when you cannot see it. That is not imagination. That is heaven preparing you. Michael says there has been spiritual resistance around you for weeks. Every time your blessing tries to reach you, something tries to distract you, lower your faith, exhaust your emotions, or confuse your mind. But today is different. Today heaven overrides the interference. Today God breaks the barrier. Today the blockage is removed. And that is why this message reached you at this exact moment, at this exact second. Because if you had been even a little distracted, even a little delayed, the enemy would have tried to twist your emotions and make you doubt yourself. But God says, no more. He is crying not out of weakness, not out of sadness, but out of the intensity of His love for you. His tears are not human tears. They are spiritual urgency, the sound of heaven demanding your attention because something is about to shift permanently. When God cries loudly, it means your breakthrough has crossed the threshold. It means the manifestation is now extremely close. It means the blessing has already left the invisible realm and is approaching the physical world. And when something that powerful is moving, heaven needs you to be alert, receptive, and spiritually aligned. Michael says a door has opened, a door you prayed for, a door heaven waited to unlock until this very moment. Not yesterday. Not last month. Not earlier this year. Now. Because heaven needed to make sure you were strong enough, stable enough, wise enough, spiritually awake enough, and emotionally prepared enough to handle the magnitude of what is coming. Michael also says that the millionaire who is suddenly drawn to you is not influenced by worldly attraction. They are influenced by divine assignment. Heaven whispered your name into their soul. They keep feeling like they need to reach out.